we're going to talk about all of the events of one heartbeat. This is known as the cardiac cycle. The cardiac cycle. You should be familiar with all the events of one heartbeat because you've studied it in lecture, and we've even talked about heartbeats in lab. You know that first thing that happens is the atria contract, right? We're talking mechanically now. Atria push blood which way? Down. What chambers receive that blood? Ventricles. They do what with it? Contract and push the blood up, closing certain valves and opening others, and sending that blood free out of the heart so that the right side can go to the lungs and the left side can go to the whole body, correct? Then blood flow returns back to the heart and it starts all over again. That's it, we're done. However, we have to get fancy. We have to get technical, and we have to put some names on the steps. You have a picture that looks like this in your book. It's still not blown up big enough, to be honest with you. But when you find that picture, look at the bottom here. Notice how many little hearts do you see across the bottom? Notice what are they calling this first heart? What are they calling the last heart? What have they done? They've copied. The first and the last step are the same. So what I'm telling you is when we do this, we will only have 5 steps. All right? When we talk about the events of one heartbeat, logically, the way that our mind works is we think of the atria contracting and pushing blood down, correct? Can you tell me, of all the 6 hearts there, which one is that? Very good. That's the second one. No, it doesn't have a 2 by it. It's just this one right here, but it is the second one. We can count. 1, 2. Here we are. This is where we will start. So we will go here, 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 and here as we proceed through this. Okay?
So we're on the second one there, and that's the beginning of the last one?
Yes, sir. Now, you can look at these pictures. For the most part, I'm going to be drawing this, though. Okay? I know that you have this picture at home, wherever you are, in a book or pulled up, printed, so you can refer back to this. I'm going to draw because I want you to be able to draw these things. I want you to see what's going on. When we talk about the events, the mechanical events of one heartbeat, I'm always going to have a little heart hanging out here so we can look at it. Yeah, it's going to look funny. Oh my goodness. But we know this is the right side of the heart and this is the left side of the heart. This should be cake by now. The first step is called atrial systole. Systole means contraction. You know the systolic pressure is the pressure in your blood vessels, specifically arteries, when your left ventricle is contracting. Atrial systole. What happens during atrial systole? The atria contract. The ventricles must be relaxed. Blood is moving which way? That's the way blood is moving. It is moving down into the ventricle. You can say that a lot of ways. What this step is doing is it's filling up the ventricles, right? Now tell me, is there a valve right here? Is there a corresponding valve on this one over here? What do we collectively call those valves? Good. Now you can abbreviate. We call those AV valves. And when the atria is in contraction and pushing blood down, these valves are in what position? Open or closed? These AV valves are open. Here's our little pulmonary trunk. Here's our little pulmonary semilunar valve. When blood is moving down into the ventricle, tell me about this pulmonary semilunar right here. It better be closed. Very good. It better be closed. Here's the heart muscle. So the semilunars are closed. For every single step of this cardiac cycle, one heartbeat, the mechanical events, we will always talk about these 5 structures. The atria, the ventricles, the blood, the AV valves, and the semilunar valves. For every step. First step was called atrial systole. See, all we're doing is we're getting a little fancy and detailed, putting a specific name on it, using fancy terminology to describe the very beginnings of a heartbeat, where the atria contract and push blood down. AV valves are open, semilunar valves are closed. Atria contracting, the ventricles better be relaxed. Okay, instead of changing everything,